I'm going to be talking to Amir Hassanpour, who is a PhD student in transportation engineering in the Faculty of Applied Science at the University of British Columbia, about a new study that he and his team did about micromobility in Vancouver. So welcome to the interview, Amir.
Thank you very much. Really happy to be here.
Well, can we start off maybe with a brief overview of your study, please?
Oh yeah, of course. What has happened in the past years is that we're seeing a lot more of the micromobility devices such as electric bicycles, electric scooters, electric skateboards, and unicycles. And what we thought was that they have great potential for solving many of our transportation challenges right now. And they also come with a variety of challenges themselves because there are a wide variety of them, and they will be sharing a constrained space in the bike lanes, basically in the region. We looked at the speed of these vehicles. This is something that was never done before. We compiled data on the speed distribution of all different types of vehicles that exist right now in the bike networks in Metro Vancouver. There's about 25 vehicles. And at the end, we did a survey of travelers in the bike lanes to see how comfortable they are sharing path with each of these vehicles. And with that, we compiled the data and we looked at how well these vehicles can share space. And one of the key takeaways from our research is that the region is generally ready to accommodate new modes of transportation, the micromobility devices, because folks are generally comfortable sharing paths with them. With the exception of one vehicle, and those are the what we call sit-down electric scooters or the moped-style scooters. They go very fast, their speed is very high, and they're also very uncomfortable for travelers to share paths with on the bike lanes. So with the exception of that, we think that the region is ready to accommodate those.
Does your study suggest that as the number of these e-mobility devices grows, and frankly, it looks like there's going to be an explosion in adoption, because I know my wife and I recently bought electric bikes about a month ago, so we're all out on the very trails you're talking about and interacting with the very people that you're talking about. And what we find is things are already getting a little crowded at sometimes. And so you imagine if the number were to double or triple or whatever it might be, that would be a problem. So I guess what I'm asking is, are there implications in this for city planners?
Oh yeah, of course. The thing is that right now, the bike lanes in the region are only designed with bicycles in mind. So basically the vehicles of, let me be more accurate, the conventional bicycles in mind. They're designed for conventional bicycles. And right now, we basically are designing the streets, designing the bike lanes with the previous generations vehicles in mind. Right now, with these new vehicles coming in, electric bicycles, electric scooters, and many are using these vehicles as a way of improving their accessibility. We might want to look at how we can improve our bike lanes to make sure we're accommodating all these vehicles. And at the same time, there are a vulnerable part of the travelers in the bike lanes who don't feel comfortable, and maybe pedestrians, those who are walking with their child, and those who are walking with their dog, person on a wheelchair. They also might not feel comfortable being beside an electric bicycle who would be going about 20 kilometers per hour on average, right? So we want to make sure that we also take those into account. We have recommendations about improving comfort in multi-use paths in our study as well.
Now, I want to run a hypothesis past you, because this has been, I've done many interviews with experts in various parts of the world about e-mobility, right from electric vehicles down to e-bikes and trikes. And what has occurred to me is that with all this plethora of choice that consumers have, is that they're beginning to rethink how they get around. What I call their personal transportation model. And everybody's rethinking, well, do I need two cars? How many I need? Okay, if I need a couple of e-bikes, what else do I need? How does that work with public transit? Can I take my bike on the seat, the SkyTrain or the C train in Calgary, that sort of thing? Would you agree or disagree that we're rethinking as individuals how we get, how we use transportation.
I agree with you. I agree with that hypothesis. The more options we have, the easier it will be for us to plan the best way to get around. If I need to go shopping for furniture, I'm going to go with my bike. I'm going to go with my car or a cargo bike. Okay. If I want to go buy a carton of milk, I'm going to take my bike. If I want to be somewhere having fun, I'm going to take my skateboard, right? Having a wide range of options definitely will improve the way we get around, I'm sure. Yeah, we don't always need cars to get around.
Amir, thank you very much for this. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.